Test, test, test. This is a test. I am testing everything. Testing, test, test, test. This is a test. Testing, I am testing everything. Du, du, du. Testing, test, test, test. This is a test. Testing, I am testing everything. Du, du, du. Do, 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 do. Okay, my audio's good. Does this work? Let's see. Text. Mom. Show up. No, is it because of text? Come on. Show up. Test. Well, there it is. Whoa. Just. Okay, I think I have everything good and squared away. And now it is time to play Doki Doki Literature Club, which I tried to avoid, but whatever. Might as well try it. It's free and stuff, so. Oh god, the frickin'. I might have to change that background real quick. Give me a second. Maybe it's because this background color for free showing the streaming software. Oh well, what's the point of that background color then? Let's see if this looks good. Nope. What color would look good in a game like this? Red? Because I've heard this game's pretty creepy. Maybe blue. No. Gray. I guess I won't have the chat up right now. Because, I mean, it's not like anybody's gonna freaking talk to me on this thing anyway. Well, here we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to anything attention she might draw to herself. By the way, this is a visual novel, and that means I'm gonna do a lot of reading. So if you don't like reading, then you know, whatever. And also I can only record or stream for about an hour and a half, so not getting through this today, and it's a pretty long game. So that girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up. That's Sayori. But she's going to chase after me like this. I must feel better off running away. However, I just sign idle in front of the crosswalk and Sayori catch up to me. Now, come on. Ha. I'm going to try to do voice acting. Here we go. You ready?
Oh, hello. Overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Mate. Oh, wait. It's my brother's name. Is there a way I can switch that? I don't think there's a way to change that. Well, my name is Jonathan, I guess. because it's my brother's name. And only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
Hey, you said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Jonathan.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Jonathan, have you decided on a club to join?
Club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Claire likes to worry a little too much about me, and I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime, of course.
Uh-huh. Something about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize to have any skills before college. Your happiness is very important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET
What's a neat?
in a few years because you're not interested to the real world. Or not used to the real world. But trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Shut up, Discord.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
But I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. What a good name. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let it alongside. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Okay. I dejectedly, I think that's how you say that, follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member's here. I told you don't call me in.
Oh wait, I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You met a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, Jonathan, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
I love my voices I gave these girls. I'll probably forget it when I next stream this or whatever. All words escape me in this situation. This club. is full of incredibly cute girls. And I'm a boy. That's all I care about.
Why do you look at that? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki.
Hmm.
The girl with the sour attitude, his name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and turns back towards the other girls. I've already forgotten all the voices I've given him. I'm just gonna go random voices and try to keep one consistent at least.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Jonathan. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Jonathan. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sarah mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. Adorable. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one, then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious!
Sorry, I talked with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Why is that? I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. It's really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thinking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this number before?
made them for you or anything.
And I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy.
Alright. Give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Someone tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a good leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Excuse me. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Jonathan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Sorry if my mouse is annoying you. I just realized that I had it on. Because this game doesn't really need a cursor. There we go. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them are amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds herself comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for expressing.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud and give that back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Whoa. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
I thought that was Natsuki, that's why I started whatever. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jonathan? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Jonathan, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! I really did scare me.
If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jonathan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Ugh. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Jonathan, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori. I think I just switched Sayori and Natsuki's voices. Never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed at home after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? I just realized that somebody said something in the chat. I don't know when that was. Someone named Shiny Magikarp, and they said why. Why what? If you're still here, which I don't think you are, since it's just me watching now. Well, whatever. They said why. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. Let's need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. Guess I'm writing a poem. Oh gosh. I kind of like Sayori. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna try to go with Sayori. So she's like the playful one, so Candy? No, I don't want Natsuki. I want Sayori. Nibble? No! The uncontrollable. No! Cheer. Yes, okay, one of her is, desire. No! Holiday. There we go. Nightgown. No. Judgment. No. Skirt. No. Alone. Okay, I guess Sayori. Or is that Monica? Crap, that might be. I can't tell. Is that Sayori or Monica? Sayori is not even here? Oh man, that's stupid. Play. Awesome. Milk. Sticky. Ew. Infinite. Twirl. Strawberry. Boop. Kitty. Aura. I think I went mostly Natsuki then. I think that was Sayori actually, that little chibi version. Hi again, Jonathan. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jonathan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga. Or Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. I don't like it as bad, so as long as I forgot their voices and Yuri's.
Help me with busy without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sorry, that's because it's distracting. And we only figured out the fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Oh, come. You and Jonathan can become good friends, too.
So Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. What a bitch.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Eh? Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. Dang it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. But how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone said it, I expected Monica to kick me off, or not kick me off, Jesus. Kick off some scheduled activities for the club, excuse me. Oh, God. Whenever I talk this much, I end up, doing little burps. I don't know why. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense... Shut up. Discord. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ah!
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping our collection organized? Someone else is just gonna mess it up.
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. That's usually the two choices.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Jonathan. Saying this is a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm going to show you exactly why.
Shows the book right into my hands. Stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Ooh, ah, ee, ooh. It's exceedingly What does that mean?
Don't just stand there.
What? Ziggy grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling to me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? What's that? I guess it is easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. What made me feel weird about it?
Presses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
How long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these. This is rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. I think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot. I mean, like, guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters, and besides, it's still entertaining. Later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and some of their romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah. What is that? Ooh-ah. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Wait, is that actually what it said? Hold on. Oh my god.
Good save.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess. But is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah.
Why does that matter? Doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get in baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into something because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, hello. We read for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not, even though you're just...
even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. I just thought I'd mention, we wrote that poem, but nothing is really happening. Would this change if I were to do other things? Because I ended up accidentally giving more to Natsuki when I wanted Sayori. So if I was to get more Sayori words or whatever, would that make it so I would actually have like a cutscene with Sayori? I don't know. Probably. But, of course, I messed up. I always get excited. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh?
You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry. Rubbing what in? What did I do? Well, what did the character do? It's not like I had a choice in the matter. I'm just reading.
I can't ever get at my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like,
you still haven't grown out of that yet?
Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Eric, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part? I mean,
I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room.
except Monica was kind of a jerk about it.
I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So?
Ah,
Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
yeah. Flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually bossy tone. Dang it, I always accidentally right-click. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Eh? Oh. Okay, well, hopefully it won't just okay, whatever.
Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry.
I just need to make sure we have enough time.
Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Eh? Ah!
Natsuki suddenly knows how close she's gotten to me. I looked up if there was any nudity in this game, and no, there's not. From what I read anyway. But just reading the text is really funny. Because, you think it's going to go somewhere, but it's not apparently. Alright, I guess we'll stop here for now. Goes the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back?
Don't you want to know what...
Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but... Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this.
Of course. It'd take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one.
And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff, and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, my relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Didn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? Can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull off their poem. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica Rubber is in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. So pristine. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I want to give it to Sayori. So maybe it isn't different. Maybe this is when it gets different. Because, I actually had choices there. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it to Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Is it a good poem, Jonathan? Are you sure it's the first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously.
I feel like I'm giving them all the same voice. I just realized that. You know what, just to differentiate things and to give this a little bit more comedic tone, I'm gonna go deep for her. Well, that you wouldn't write one at all. No, that's awful, never mind.
Really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Jonathan. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying to do things like this for other people, that's something that only real good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad.
I want breakfast. Yeah, that's pretty good. How do I get out of this? Hello? There it goes. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah, especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
Yeah.
God, the freaking "I want breakfast" line was actually really funny. Like I said, I tried to avoid this game. Mostly, like, videos of it. Not because I wanted to avoid spoilers, because I watched a little bit of people playing this game, and I know some of the plot, like, it gets kind of weird at the end or whatever. More, like, I'm not going to say it right now in case you don't know, but, yeah. I know a few of the details, and, to be honest, I just never really thought of this game as a good game to watch, but I guess now that I'm playing it, it's fine. It's just one of those things where, like, I don't see why people like watching it, I guess. But here I am recording it.
This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's show it to Natsuki.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
And then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like.
And then I believed in the heart of the cards, and then I put down my card, and it was a white dragon, blue eyes. I got that backwards. Blue eyes, white dragon.
And you went and ruined it.
I hope you're happy.
Or I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
I guess.
Well, because Monica will make me if I tell her. Okay. Here we go. This music is amazing. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's amazing. Yeah, let me turn it up for a second. I don't know if you can hear that, but eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Shoepka. Eat my crackers. Harry or Charles eating them, or Charles eats people, fodder. In this, like... Ah! What did I do? Ah! Or I tried mashing on the keyboard and it, like, made it go full screen. Hope that didn't mess it up. It seems to be fine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing is sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? The writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. See, everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Glad you learned something.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I said to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if that's the case for the crowd, then I won't be on it. How old are these characters, by the way? Whatever. I guess, Monica. I don't really like Yuri, to be honest. So it seems to be everybody's favorite, but I don't know.
Hi, Jonathan. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're kind of new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do together, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Jonathan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I have Monica in my phone.
I like it, Jonathan.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something that's cute, right? And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
Ha ha ha, if you say so.
Yup. By the chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
In real life, yes. I think I've read every one of his books. Probably not all of them. I've read, like, his 3 most famous ones. Where the Sidewalk Ends, hold on. God, I need to remember right now. Shel Silverstein. Where's his books? Bibliography? Is that what it is? I don't think that was it. Oh god, I really want to know what this is because I forget. Famous books. Oh yeah, that's right. It was, Where the Sidewalk Ends, A Light in the Attic, and Falling Up. Those were the 3, oh no. Yes, those were the 3 I watched. Not watched, read. God, I'm glad I got that in my system. That would have made me a little angry if I could remember. Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that could apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of.
Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning to them. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay.
I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. I don't know why that confused me.
Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like that you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Sounded pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. That's good. I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, let's see. Oh, jeez, this was... Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the... Why did Howard go away so quick? Hold on. I'm gonna look up a picture of this. Because I want to... Monica's poem. First poem. Okay, here we go. Is it this page? Apparently this is on Know Your Meme. Good. Okay. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Searching forever and everything. A hole with infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, is looking in. Amazing. It's very freeform, is that what you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the kind of right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of forms have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening! Oh, I guess I have to show everyone. That kind of takes the choice out of it, but whatever. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. So sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not... I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to the one to work is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Oh. Excuse me. Biased how? Or biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Here we go. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. I'm sorry. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicking back. Oh, you have to click outside of the... Oh. Okay. Sorry, that was my grandma. She's leaving right now. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? Wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Not in real life. Well, I just didn't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, John. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. Remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew! I guess that's everyone. He glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively turns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to... dang it. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jonathan did too, so based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all... Excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change today. Ugh, my nose is for some reason clogged. Oh, what happened? Oh my god. I don't know what happened there. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jonathan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh god. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Jonathan appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jonathan started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
Jesus. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Jonathan, she's just trying to make me look bad. Oh my god, what is happening?
That's not true. She started it. She can get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jonathan.
Wait.
There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessary or only unnecessary, limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jonathan? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki? Drying up many words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri? Beard spread so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori!
Eh?
Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Jonathan, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into this conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Ugh. God, what is happening? He's like really being like I am a girly boy, not really like I didn't really have many guy friends, and I still don't. And seeing all the girls like at my school, they act exactly like this. This is so accurate. Oh my god.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to...
This doesn't happen though. They usually just get mad at each other and then they stomp off, and then they'll get back like an hour later and be like, hey, sorry about that.
My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were.
What is happening?
Big and beautiful!
Oh boy! What is happening? Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea!
Oh my god. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whispered to Monica. Oh. So this is why Sayori is vice president. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. Wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me, like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know if I need her, I can count on you, like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. Sorry about that. Monica smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Oh god, such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Oh man, I want to put my face in between her boobles. Oh.
Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe we'll work with your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I do learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone writes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I found myself with newfound determination.
Jonathan, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. So your beam for me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I don't want to say I'm not enjoying it either. As I mentioned that I have about 20 minutes left, and I'm gonna just play until I have to. So I'll probably abruptly cut off at like some point. I don't know, in like 20 minutes. Sayori, about what happened earlier?
And what do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's only the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. That's all. See why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Jonathan. Nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still has no problem with that kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but do you really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. It was easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. You know, I completely forgot. I just realized something. The title has been Amnesia DLC. I forgot about it from my last stream. Oops. Doki lit. Savage. Lit. Poems. There we go. Did it. Okay. This one. That was for her, really. Okay, I want to try to get Sayori now. So, after image. No! Nature. Okay. I know candy is her. Marriage. Okay. Pure. No. Papa. No. Sing. Yes. Special. Yes. Color. Cheeks. No. Oh my god, that one is definitely for you. Vacation. Despise. No. Dance. Disaster. No. Terminate. No. Lollipop. No. Lipstick. No. Love. Amazing. Memories. Okay, well, it turns out I kind of have to go now, so I'm going to save real quick, and I'll see you guys. I'll probably do this when I get home, so in about an hour or something. I'll continue this, because I'm actually kind of having fun. I thought I wouldn't. So, yeah, see you guys later.